Hello there, people! Welcome to episode 22. I should probably be doing homework or something right now, but you know what? The hell with it. I want to do awesome things here. This shows you, just shows you how good my priorities are. So between this episode and last, as you see, I got a lot of experience. I spent quite a while basically hovering over my little friends, oh, what the hell are they? Those things with the berries and the experience. And yeah, so I got a lot of experience, and the reason why I got all that experience you guys shall see in just a second, once I get all my crap recharged, which hopefully shouldn't be too terribly long. But, needless to say, you guys are gonna like it, because it has something to do with the fact that we actually do require, ender pearls. Now, some of you who have played certain mods before will likely know already of what I speak, but for those who do not, I like that door, it's so cool. For those of you who do not, I shan't spoil it for you until you see it. You can already see him right now. I went ahead and made, some, well, I'll probably have to go underneath them to observe, some ender cores. Real quick, they're made with eyes of ender, ender-infused obsidian, and magical wood. Ender-infused obsidian, really easy to make either. Fluid transposer, or ender pearls and obsidian. Simple to make. The real bitch was the magical wood, because I decided to do it the way with the liquid experience. Little did I know that the liquid experience I had is from the liquid experience mod. However, liquid experience this needs is from open blocks, which is why I camped around my berries for a while. And that sounds kinda dirty. But yeah, as far as I know, these are the fastest way to get these things to grow. They grow on, I think, regular dirt. They also grow on endstone, and I think ender-infused obsidian as well, but they grow fastest on ender cores. I'm not sure if there's anything faster, there may be, but that won't matter for very long, for I plan on accelerating this quite a bit. But first things first, what we really need to be focusing on is the tree farm in space. Now, how will I be chopping down these here trees and making that there, wood and stuff? I think I'm gonna do it with my factory reloaded. Why? Well, number one, I've already got the cables up there for the power, so, why the hell not? Number two, as you can see, been burning a lot of rubber, because I planted and harvested 2 mega rubber saplings. And as you can see, I'm still barely touching my raw rubber. That was an entire inventory full of this crap. And I've still got almost 4,000 of it. So 2 of those trees, 2 of those monsters. I had to make another golden bag just to, compensate for all that I had made. That was bloody nuts, but damn worth it, because it's just plain awesome. And I don't think I'll be hurting for stuff for a while, so I'll be back in a tick once all this is done, burned up, and I'll catch you later. Actually, I got an idea. we're gonna go over here. Plop in a stack of wheat. Got some of this BS here running. Just make sure these are still okay. They're still getting water. Good. I don't want them blowing up again. That was unpleasant last time. So, oh yeah, another cool thing downstairs. As you may have noticed, I've replaced a lot of the gearboxes I have been using with CVTs. Because again, less canola oil usage, less lubricant usage. So almost all of it is instead now going to these, which is good. It's exactly what we need to do. In fact, we need to go downstairs and inspect and see if we happen to have any more bedrock dust, and we do. A new version of ElectriCraft came out today, but I will not be using it. Ow, ow. I need to remember to not go that way. For two reasons. Number one, updating can introduce a lot of bugs. You know, not necessarily bugs that, Reika intends to include or anything like that. Just, little unseen things that, tend to bug the crap out of people and tend to cause problems. And number two, if any of you guys are actually playing along, that means you'll have to update as well. Which, as you might guess, bit of a pain. Because again, you may be playing a bit differently, or doing something, strange. And the last thing you want is to be caught out with, some extant bug I didn't find. And, shit like that. It just, ruins your day, as it were. What am I doing right now? Well, let's see here. We got some magnetite, I believe it is, yes. Which we can get from smelting, or we can get and grind into magnetite flakes. And we get 3 per ore from our grinder, as opposed to just 1 that we get from, just digging it normally. So that's, triple what we're getting currently. Which is good. We need as much magnetite as we can possibly get once we start working with our good friend, the fusion reactor. Again, that'll be a bit of a ways off, but, always good to plan ahead. And besides, it gives my machines time to do their thing, and I get to tell you a few things that you may not otherwise know. One thing I will more than likely need at some point, probably some point soon actually, is, well, aside from, of course, a big reactor, because, number one, I want one, and number two, kind of useful to have around, is an extractor from ElectriCraft. The extractor can up to quintuples your ores. So, you get 5 magnetite from an ore instead of just 3 which you get from a grinder, or 1 you get from just, digging it. So, it saves a lot of time and a lot of effort, and generally makes life more pleasant for us. Now, for things like coal, that may not matter too terrible much, considering it is incredibly, almost ridiculously abundant. But, again, for semi-rare things like magnetite, say, cadmium, indium, gold, diamonds, things like that, it will be invaluable. Which is why I definitely want to get one as soon as I can. The reason I don't have one now is because it has some pretty high power requirements if you want to do everything with one machine. Like, let's see here. ACTOR, boing. There we go. As you can see, minimum torque of 512 Newton meters, minimum speed of 8,192 rads a second. Now that's to run all 4 stages, just, minimum operating requirement. Of course, if you add more speed, it gets faster and all that happy crap, but that's a lot to require, and that's a lot of requirement to fill, but it could certainly be done. I mean, I am at a point where I feel confident that I am capable of fulfilling that need. I just need more resources, more time, less rain. Before I forget, actually, there's another neat little thing I don't think I noted before. The reservoirs I've been using, the big dish things. These from ElectriCraft, if you put them outside and it rains, if they're empty, they will collect rainwater. And apparently the rate at which they do so is rather astonishingly quick. So, if you're working with a finite fluid mod or something like that, it's definitely something to keep in mind because it's a very good source of, very easy water. And, if you want to try to play without things like aqueous accumulators and stuff like that, which I can which I can understand. Some people, they feel the need to challenge themselves occasionally with various things and for various reasons. I could certainly see, people doing that with, say, experience or, water or something like that. So, that's something to definitely note. Also something to note, these things do respectable damage. So if you're caught out and don't have another weapon available, you can easily use one of the bedrock tools. Not the weapon. I mean, not the sword, but, just, like the pick or the axe. I think even the shovel does +6. But yeah, even just those themselves, they do enough damage that, you can actually adequately defend yourselves with them. So if you find yourself without a weapon, you're not totally hosed, which is good. I don't like being hosed. But yeah, what else to note? Something I found out while experimenting with the, the whole experience grabbing thing. ElectriCraft pipes are not compatible with, if nothing else, the, what's that damn thing called? Fluid transposer. Completely incompatible. Like, it'll look... shit. I didn't mean to do that. Like, it'll look like it's connecting, but it won't connect. It may have just been with the liquid experience from open blocks. So, if you try it and it works with something else, that may have been it. But all the same, just be aware that they may not like one another. Alright, Mr. Zombie, I've killed hundreds of your kind, and I'll continue to do so, for it amuses me greatly. Boing, boing. Oh yes, and actually, my planned Big Reactor is like the reason I need to farm a lot of ender pearls. Reason is, it relies somewhat heavily on our little friend Resonant Ender, because that works as an excellent I guess coolant for Big Reactors. So It's not the best, but it is among the best. And it's definitely not something, you know, you just kind of use out of hand, because it can be kind of hard to get if you don't have an auto Enderman killer, and I happen to not be in possession of one of those. And there's a Zambo somewhere. And see, unlike a Silk Touch Diamond Pick, it doesn't matter if you accidentally waste a charge or two with this. Ow, dick. That's why I knocked your arm off, because you're an ass. I'm gonna delete these, just because I really don't have much use or need for them. Yeah. Flying experience, I know. You got hurt, and now you got your head knocked off. And corpse. Oh god, that amuses me far too much. But yeah. So I'm going to continue mining for a little bit, so I can gather more magnetite and whatnot, and generally mock any creature that dares try to attack me. So I'll be back in a little bit after having a little fun. Catch you later. And now it is time for my glorious return home. I got lots of nice shit, which is good. I like having lots of nice things. I have to say, this is one of the most relaxing games ever. You can just kind of sit down, do your thing for an hour or two, and just chill the fuck out, you know? Just kind of hang out, do a couple of things. Probably need to accelerate that some more. This is just absolutely terrifying. Because truly, my friend, truly you are a threat to me. Go in, damn you. Get on in now. Let's get these in there too, because why not? Sort and good. Excellent. Good, better, best. Let's get all of our apatite. Although honestly I have no earthly idea what I'll be using it for. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. I think I know what I can use it for. And I'm a complete idiot for not remembering it. My god, it makes so much sense. Why is it the answer is almost always that I'm, you know, an idiot? Seems to be the universal answer to bloody everything. I forgot that if memory serves, the handbook in fact mentions that I can use apatite in fertilizers. And ElectriCraft fertilizers. Yeah. You see where I'm going with this, don't you? I've been inadvertently gathering tons of this shit. Mostly because they give me tons of stuff. Yeah, apatite or bone meal. Well, ain't that something? Ain't that something indeed? Let's just kind of grab an inventory full of this shit. Let's grab this. I said let's grab it. And then put that there. Magnet that. Is there anything spare in here? No? Okay. So we shall go downstairs. Now, how far is it? 3,200 microteslas. Oh, that's cool. So, hey, you know how you're low on fertilizer? Oh? Okay. Oh, maybe it needs the fertilizer from forestry. Easy enough. Easy, easy, easy. Easily enough. Boing. Is there an easy way to make sand? I'm sure there is. You use fire in that, but it's a pain in the ass. Not using IC2 crusher with gravel or sand. Do I have any sandstone? Of course I don't. Gravel? Yes, I do. Let's get 4 stacks of it. Crush it up into some sand. Cool. We'll keep 6, 7, and 8 stacks of rubber bars, because I believe the rubber bars themselves are useful. But the rest we shall burn into raw plastic. And we can craft the magnetite gems into lodestones, which give us, you know, happy things. So yes, we're going to need a bunch of sand. Let's get some apatite. I think 2 stacks is what I've made for. Ah, there we go. And for some reason my apartment complex, like, our water quality has gone down a little bit. We've gotten, like, lots of particulates in the water. And if you ever happen to get that, just like a little FYI kind of thing, if that ever happens to you, a cool thing you can do is you can just kind of filter, and it really does kind of depend on the kind of particulates you're dealing with, but you can use things like oh, what is it? You can use like paper towels, and they'll filter. They'll filter most particulates out. Most, you know, not all of them, but generally most. You might need to run it through a time or two, but yeah. One of those handy little life tips that you may or may not know. Kind of like, don't get your penis caught in a pencil sharpener. Not that I know that one from experience, of course. I've never stuck my penis into something that, you know, it shouldn't be in. Obviously. I may be a slightly depraved little monkey, but I'm not that depraved. In fact, let's, and I think the, action of the fertilizer, like, you know, how often it fertilizes things in its range, depends on the speed it's getting. So, we may wish to, at some point, beef that up a little bit. Let's see, how are you doing there? Pretty good, pretty good. Although I may have, I don't know. Well, yeah, those things can hold a lot from what I recall. You know, it sucks that I can't use creosote oil to make into lubricant. So I figure, you know, it's an oil. Why not? I'm sure there's some sort of, you know, thing, some sort of scientific reason Reka doesn't allow that. And I'm sure it's a good one. Yeah, we're gonna be turning a lot of stone into sand. Because we gonna be needing a lot of this here fertilizer to kind of make things a little bit more efficient. So, while we're doing that, I'm going to pause this for a minute. Number one, to kind of check and see how long this has gone on, and number two, to kind of, make sure I'm doing everything properly. So yeah, back in a tick. There we go. Put some, just a little basic vanilla automation there. Let's get our creosote cans. And yeah, I think I'm running at about 20 minutes, so I got a little bit to play around in. We going to hover up here. Oh, he lived! Not for long. Suck it. I don't get that. Why does the jetpack just kind of randomly not work sometimes? It's weird to me. But we'll give this thing a little bit of fertilizer. Kind of help it run along and do its thing. It's times like this I kind of wish PowerCraft still existed. Because it had this cool little block. I've never seen it replicated in exactly this way. But it could detect when a player was near, within a certain distance, and output a redstone signal. I think ElectriCraft actually has something like that, but as far as I know, it requires power. So let's see. It claims it doesn't, but something tells me otherwise. I don't know what. Is it an accessory? Blah, 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 blah. CCTV. I think I remember what it looks like. Freeze gun, Vandergraaf, generator. There she blows. Let's see here. Oh! Determined by power input. That is dependent on the speed. Shit, I put my calculators up. That's right, I went to school yesterday, didn't I? Yes, I did. That was a complete mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Let's fish one of these out here. Doesn't really matter which. So let's see here. 100 minus speed over 32. So, yeah, I don't think I need to start at 131,000. Let's start at 0. That's a more logical thing. So it decreases. Just kind of having that in there. So, oh yeah, another useful little thing. I'm not sure if I pointed this out in an earlier video or not, but if you right-click the little text box here, it'll empty its contents. Let's see, that's 256 rads a second, 4 newton meters of torque. So that's 256 rads a second over 32. It's 800 minus 8. 20, so that's 4.6 seconds. I'd probably need more than that. Well, oh my god, that'd be patently ridiculous. Well, does it require? So I think it was in utility, yes. Power over 128 meters. So it gives us 1024 watts. That's 128, so that's 8 meter range. I think I have some CVTs in here, and they have lubricant. But using a damn CVT with a DC engine just sounds ludicrous to me. That, and it just doesn't work for me. Is there any other kind of thing? Yeah, that's for rail cars player interface, creative player interface. Landmines. I think those would be counterproductive. Don't know why. Secret player plate. Okay, because that makes sense. Requires unbreakable upgrade. You're feeding. What the hell? Why can't it just detect? Oops. Why can't it just detect when a player is near and just be simple like that? Like, even ElectriCraft's thing is just... There's too much there. It's too busy. Again, not to dig on ElectriCraft. ElectriCraft is awesome. It's just, my God, why the hell would I even want to do that? That's just patently ridiculous. So, number one, I'm not using a damn CVT for something like that. Tripwires are too unreliable. A creeper could tip them off. You know, I may have to make a QED for, you know, the thing. Extra utilities, and make a magnum torch. To kinda, you know, make mobs not happen. Which, you know, that would be great, actually. Let's sort that. Let's get another stack of appetite, considering we got 3,000 of the shit. And bam, that's 8 more stacks of fertilizer. We're gonna fly up here. Damn it, it burned through... Well, honestly, it wasn't that much fertilizer. But yeah, still, it burned through all that shit. Wait it! God damn it! You're being a bunghole! And you look like poo! Ow. Completely defeated the purpose of turning that on, but who cares? How much power? Okay. That's slightly worrisome. Oh well. I should eventually have something to correct that little issue. Oh yes, yes I should. Because once I get done with this, and no, I'm not going to be making, well, I might make more turbines of the wind variety, but I'm not going to be relying on them for much longer. Why? Honestly, it's just a pain in the ass to deal with, when I could use something infinitely better. And by infinitely, I mean orders of magnitude better. Several orders of magnitude. In fact, I wonder if I have enough to do that. That would require a hell of a lot of resources, though. But I know of a design. That would give ludicrous amounts of power. We're talking $175,000 F a tick, last I checked. For, honestly, kind of minimal investment. So, I may be looking into that. I may be looking into that indeed. Because I roughly know know roughly what it requires to run and to operate and all that BS. But I'm still just ever so slightly at a loss as to exactly how I would have it set up and how much it costs, because it costs a lot. Because it's a big reactor, and by big I mean big, I mean massive reactor. It's a 31 by 31. It's as big as they get. But for all its size, it produces a prolific amount of power. And with just a little bit of simple automation, you can make it incredibly fuel efficient. So actually, I want to look into that. That actually sounds like a cool little project. So back in a tick. Okay, I've run a few calculations, and that's about 1,000 iron and graphite, just for the base alone. That's not including anything else. So I'm gonna have to do a ton of digging. And a ton of making the iron, especially because, yeah, I don't have nearly enough iron. Actually, can I somehow melt down iron bars to get the iron back? If I could, that would be great. Okay. Why do my teeth hurt? That's distressing. Vape box, steel purifier, sonic borer. It's a sonic bowl. Upgrade case. A bit of chest. No, I don't seem to be able to use it except with the thingies that do the things. With the yeah, those things. Yeah. Smeltery. Doy. The hell do I forget that? So yeah, I'm gonna need to dig a lot more iron. So that's it for this episode. Between this one and next, I shall be digging a lot of iron, because I shall require it, and because I want it, because iron is good. So yeah, I shall catch you peoples later, and as always, check your culinary generators, and most importantly, have fun.